Here is an illustrated summary of the news. It'll be followed by the latest film of events and happenings at home and abroad.
Good morning. Welcome to St. Mark's News. We are bringing you news this morning that Joseph's dreams have been rudely interrupted. Firstly, he was pledged to be married to Mary, but Mary has told him that she is pregnant, and not just by another man, but by a wild story of the Holy Spirit. Joseph, however, being a kind and gracious man, has decided not to shame her. But in another shocking development, Joseph had a dream. The angel said Mary was telling the truth, and he took the dream seriously. But the moment he did that, he had to let go of his own dreams. No longer would he be the successful carpenter building a home for his family, but he would be a man who was shamed in his community. We go now over to our reporter who is interviewing Joseph in Bethlehem, where he has been called on a census.
Well, yeah, I mean, what it is, is that I haven't got a job at the moment and I haven't got any money. And then Caesar comes along and says, oi, you have to go to your own town. You have to pay your own way to get there. And I don't know how I'm going to do that. Anyway, I borrow a donkey off a friend and I take my pregnant fiance Mary, trying to go at night so nobody sees, and we go to Bethlehem. But when we get there, do you think anybody wants to let us in? No way. The place that had been my hometown is the place they reject me. We end up in this cave. It's overcrowded. It's smelly. It's dirty. Not exactly the dream ward I had in mind for my wife to give birth.
That was Joseph being interviewed in Bethlehem, but things were to get worse. They're in a hovel, a cave, and his wife goes into labour and has a baby in pain. Joseph's dream would have been to have a nice family home and an 8-day party and to be the proud father in the community. How are they going to eat? How are they going to look after the baby in this horrible place? But then things get worse for Joseph. They have to run for their lives, going into Egypt to flee the wicked King Herod. They don't know anybody in Egypt. They don't know the language. This is not what Joseph had planned on. What if you were newly married and God told you to go to Lithuania with £10 in your pocket? Pundits predict that in years to come Joseph will return to his community. But imagine his reputation. He will never be a pillar in his community and will die before his son's ministry begins, never seeing the fruits of all his sacrifice. He has had to let go of every dream and let his life be interrupted.
Here is an illustrated summary of the news. It'll be followed by the latest film of events and happenings at home and abroad.